YouTube family was good, was good. Yo, so we've got this comedian right here by the name of Dan Cummins. And he's sitting over there basically crapping on flat earthers, talking his mess. So I want you guys to take a look at his little clip. And while he's giving his delivery, I'm going to be jumping in and it basically just kind of countering what it is he has to say. And then my full commentary at the end. So let's go.
Makes it to their destination consistently. More people being convinced by conspiracy theorists while listening to them on satellite radio that the Earth is flat.
I find it funny that, first of all, he's calling them conspiracy theorists and saying that we're listening to them. Okay. Sure, you hear these people, you hear these folks. I thought it was kind of stupid myself until I actually did my due diligence. I did my research, and now I am a true earther. I am a flat earther. It is what it is, man. Because I've seen these stuff for what they truly are. And I understand that this earth truly is flat. And so have many of you. You've come to the realization because you've learned, you had to relearn this earth, and we're still learning. But we know what the lie is, right? So let's go. Let's continue.
An almost unfathomable level of irony. They call it a flat earth debate to make it sound more intellectual.
So I like that little part at the end to make it sound more intellectual, as if we're stupid. As if we don't know that we learned that the earth is a freaking ball out in space. And then they're calling it an oblate spheroid and then a ball at the same time, but they don't know which to make it because they show the earth as a freaking perfect circle, a perfect ball in outer space. They show that as in outer space. These guys are just unreal. And then when it comes to showing images of the earth, that's all they could give us is images and strips compiled together to give us a ball earth. Let's go.
Right, there's two sides to the flat earth debate. If you're a flat earther right now, you're thinking, exactly. There's only two sides, you smug son of a bitch.
No, that's what the Flat Earth Society thinks, as well as the Earth rising at 9.7 meters per second squared. We don't believe that. That's the Flat Earth Society. But let's go.
There's the round side and the flat side. This is how insane this argument is. On the round side of this debate is every scientist alive.
And here's another thing, man. People keep saying round, 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 round. Well, coins are round, pizzas are round. Some plates are round, trays are round. There's all kinds of stuff that's round, but it's also flat too. Let's go.
Not most, all of them. Every legitimate scientist, every astronomy and physics professor, every pilot who makes it to their destination consistently.
Okay, so let's talk about that. Let's talk about these astronomers, right? Neil deGrasse Tyson. That's all I'm going to say. Let's talk about these physics professors. They were taught one thing. These guys are great at what it is they do. Telling more BS about things that, like gravity. Maybe not all of them, but he says legitimate as if he is the gatekeeper as to who is a legitimate scientist or not. Who's a legitimate astronomer, professor, and stuff of that nature, and who isn't. Who's who in the zoo. So basically, he's the gatekeeper as to who's qualitatively a good professor, who's a good scientist, and everything else like that. And then finally, when it comes to those pilots, well, we've got those pilots that came out and said that it's flat. We've got those pilots that say, hey, we don't curve and contour to any globe because that's not how we fly. If we did, we'd crash this bitch. Or we couldn't fly. The SR-71 should have proven that. The Concorde should have proven that, right? Moving at ridiculous speeds, we know that this Earth is supposed to, according to their globe math, is supposed to be dropping at 8 inches per mile squared, right? That's 8 inches per mile squared. So basically, 3 miles, at 3 miles, you're supposed to have 6 feet of curvature. But this is not the case. We've just demonstrated 600. Actually, I didn't. There was a gentleman that did this experiment with his camera out in France. Did the mountain ranges out there by Crete, and then he couldn't understand why he could see for 600 miles. Well, I could tell you why. Because the Earth doesn't curve. because it's flat. He demonstrated on his camera and the normal technology that we all have at our fingertips that it's all a flat plane. F.E. Core does the same thing. David Weiss and them, they did the same thing. They did the laser experiments. These guys demonstrated that we're living on a plane. We're not living on some ball floating out in space. But what sucks is that you have this guy as a comedian that's supposed to be the purveyor of truth. Instead, he's toting a line of lies. He's just pushing further the narrative that this earth is a ball. Total fucking BS. And it just bothers me, man, because like, you've got this platform. Obviously, you have people that like you. You have people that look up to you and your craft. And they listen to you. And you're just pushing this lie. And you're just reinforcing a lie that we can prove time and time again. And you have such a following that you're just going to keep pushing the lie that this place is a fucking ball. And it's just disturbing because people are going to listen to you. And it's like, oh my God, like all you have to do is pick up a book and read. All you have to do is do your due diligence, get your thermometer test, do the moon test, do the freaking, do the level test, and you could see for yourself that it's a plane or that there's something amiss, that something is wrong because the earth isn't dropping the way it needs to be dropping. According to their math, this is their math. This is their math. And if the earth is 1,000 times bigger than what they say it is, then that's a problem in itself because here's the thing, is they still lie. It's still a fucking lie. Even if it's not 25,000 meters in circumference, 25,000 miles, in circumference. If it's what? If it's 250,000 miles in circumference, that's still a lie. It's still bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But they can't, and here's the thing, is we can prove every single day, and we have, and we do every single day, that we're being lied to. This is the same media that has lied to you about the Kool-Aid shot. This is the same media that lied to you, and the same government that lied to you about 9/11. This is the same government that lied to you about the Challenger, that lied to you about the Gulf of Tonkin, that lies to you every single effing day, that lies to you over and over again. And he's just part of it. He's just pushing the narrative. We look to these comedians to tell us the truth in a seasoned kind of way to where we can laugh about it, but we can just nod our heads to, yeah, that's true. Yeah, he's not BSing. But instead, he's just continuing on with this lie. It just bothers me, man, that you got motherfuckers like this. And it bothers me that you've got motherfuckers that actually continue to just push the damn narrative that, yeah, it's a ball. I don't know what these guys are thinking. Well, you know what, motherfuckers? We learn the same bullshit you learn. We learn the same shit in grade school that you learn. The sun is fuck. You know what? And you know what's crazy as fuck? Is you motherfuckers don't even know your distances. You don't know your distances. You don't know your orbits. You don't know your rates of speed, right? You don't understand new moon, full moon, quarter moon. You guys believe the bullshit, but you don't understand your own fucking model. We know it better than you. We know it a lot better than you. And we had to know it a lot better than you because we knew you were going to come with the bullshit and try to knock us off our stuff. But we on to you. We on to you and those like you. Look at this motherfucker, man. Man, shame on you, Dan Cummins. Anyway, YouTube family, that's all I got. Yo, tune into Ghost of Judah Tribe. Tune into Flat Earth Friday. It's going to be fire tonight, man. Tune in. Watch Ghost of Judah Tribe. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drop this in the description box. Dan Cummins, you ought to be ashamed of yourself, dog. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, man. You could do better. I know you could do better, man. Stop being a fucking asshole. Stop fucking around. Stop pushing them bullshit lies. With that, family, yo, wish y'all nothing but the best, YouTube. Health, wealth, love, joy, prosperity. Most of all, wisdom. You hear that, Dan Cummins? Wisdom. Be wise, motherfucker. Peace.